Welcome back, friends, to another The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Lids87 here, and guys, after a nice little, well, it's not really a nice break. We took a week break. Those that saw that something happened with wifey, hospital. She's doing fine. To all those that wished us wonderful, good health, I greatly appreciate it. Was taking care of my wifey, so again, she's doing well. Again, thank you guys to those that showed love and support. We greatly appreciate it. She's doing well, so I've been mainly taking care of her. She's doing good. But in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about the community live stream for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, the May community live stream, talking about the upcoming events for June, for the end of May and or June. Before I get into it though, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Now, there are some things like what you guys see right here, the enhancement boards, that I will be talking about and I'm going to be showing over on the JP side of the game. So if I remember to put in timestamps, awesome, great. If I don't, just skip ahead just a little bit to get past all that. Now, I was explaining this during my live stream. I was just going to take that YouTube video or that clip and put it on YouTube as my actual video, but then my internet acted up. So I'm going to do this again. Hopefully we could do this entire thing without really editing, because I would love to do this pretty much in one go while it's all still fresh in my mind. We got to see Joshua's cat. I think it was cute. It was a black cat. It was a beautiful cat. He seemed really grumpy, napping. So, all right, so let's get into it, friends. So the first thing we are going to be talking about is character enhancement boards on May 27th UTC time. All this is in UTC time. Content subject to change, so keep that in mind. So we're getting something called character enhancement board. So if you're on the JP side of the game, you guys already know about this. If you're newer to this, so what this is, it's pretty much like summon boards, but for a character, like for them more personally, so to say. And I'm going to explain this. Okay, so on the slide, it just says again, thank you Dragoon for taking screenshots of these slides. Use enhancement points to unlock spaces on enhancement board. Use increase CP enhancement command abilities and EX abilities with enhancement boards. All right, so we're going to go over to the JP side of the game. All right, so the way this is going to work, once it goes live, the way you gather points is via new stages, new events. So when I mean by events, everything going forward, once this goes live, there will be farmable points, okay? Now, this includes story chapters, event chapters, or events, lost chapters, events, anything that comes our way that's brand new. I mean, except something like this, for example, you will be able to farm enhancement points from. If I call them character points, it's the same thing in my. Please note that I am referring to enhancement points. So character points, enhancement points. Now, the way you know how or where you can farm them is right here. So if you look at right underneath this banner, this stage, you have this icon, this little star icon next to the points, actually. Okay, so the left hand side is how many points you have gathered. The right hand side is how many points you can farm from that stage. Once you reach the max amount of points, that's it. You cannot gather any more enhancement points from that event, from that stage, from that lost chapter. Now, it is time limited. Okay, so like news stories, lost chapters, it's like 2 weeks, give or take. So you have plenty of time to farm these. And it's pretty easy to farm. Now, the amount you can gather is 5,000. It says 10,000 here because I have something called a Mog Pass applied to this. Now, Mog Pass is something that we will get down the line. Now, what Mog Pass does, again, there's wifey, say hi to wifey. Now, what Mog Pass does is once it comes out, that should be around the LD and or burst arrow. This increases the amount of enhancement points you can gather and increases the amount of summoning board points you can farm. So keep that in mind, friends, when we go forward with this. If you don't have the Mog Pass, this is 5,000. It's not pay to win. I heard that thrown during the stream or during my chat. Someone's like, pay to win. It's not pay to win. You just at first you have to plan this out for the characters that you want. So it is 5,000 to max out a character, which I will show you the process right now. It is not pay to win. Just a little bit of planning is involved, but over time you will have a lot of these points, trust me. Okay, so here, these are the stages just to show you, like, you can farm these a lot. So in order to access a character's enhancement board, same thing, same process when you go to a character summon boards. You click on them. In Lulu, for example, this is what you will see. you will see how many points you have, how many passives you unlocked, and how much CP you have. So let's actually go into it. All right, so let me explain this just a little bit more. This is a little bit longer, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to know this, again, just skip ahead if you want. Just, I don't know, like by maybe 4 minutes, give or take. So this is an enhancement board for characters. Now, when they're first released, it's not going to be all characters at first. I believe they said it was going to be like 23 or something. And just over time, more characters will get their enhancement boards. Now, one path, there's 3 paths. Top, bottom left, and bottom right. I forget which one on JP. At this point, I just do them. It's like it's not even a thought. You just auto assign the points, and that's it. But I believe the top path is anything that's related to a character's first ability, the 15 CP weapon, the extended passes for that first ability, anything that is attached to that. So if there's, like, for example, HP Attack Plus, Brave Refund, Brave Gain, Brave Damage, any of that stuff, it gets enhanced, it gets stronger. Same concept with the bottom left-hand side. With their second ability, again, if it's the other way around, just reverse them. Second ability, anything to do with their second ability, their 35 CP passive, their extended passive for their second ability, anything attached, same thing. Brave Damage, even if it's like HP damage reduction, Brave Gained, HP Attack pluses, Brave Attack pluses, everything gets buffed up, it gets stronger. Bottom right hand side is their EX weapon, their EX ability, their EX passive, same thing. Anything that is pretty much attached to it gets stronger. Now, there will be translations. I recommend the database if you want to see what a character's enhancement boards actually do for them, if you guys want the true numbers, so you guys can see what you guys are buffing up, so to say. Okay, now there are locks, but you unlock these by either getting their, like for this path, for example, their 15 CP weapon passive and their crystal strength 55 passive. Same thing with this way, their 35 CP passive and their crystal strength 60 passive. And over here, you have to have a character's 3 out of 3 for the EX plus to fully unlock this board. Now, again, it's 5,000 points to unlock. You do get, there are some CP nodes, if you guys see right there where my finger is at, that little hover. You get plus 50 CP so you can equip these new passives. Same thing for up here and on the bottom left-hand side for a total of 150. Now, they do say level 1s, but as you go further in, you guys now see level 4, level 5. Said passives get stronger, so they start off weak, but the further you go on said path, the stronger said passives will become. So there's an auto, you accept. It takes a moment. I hope they do remove this on the global side. Once you get all the way to the end, it's for every single path you master it. You guys will see here in a second. You're unlocking. This is telling us that, all right, you have said passive. You can unlock the rest of the nodes. Okay, this is just an example. JP side of the game. Beautiful. Now, at the end of each path, and we're going to talk about this on the next slide, you will get a character voice line you can use in co-ops. And once you do that, board is mastered. Yay. Let's go to the right-hand side. Board mastered. Although, I mean, technically it's a path, right? And last but not least, board mastered. And once you do all that, it'll tell you got all the passives, you got all the CP, and you have 3 paths mastered, or 3 boards mastered. Each path is being treated as its own board. Now, also don't forget to equip them. Go to your passives list. Be sure to equip those passives, because if not, you can notice a difference. For a lot of characters, there's a big difference. Now, the second slide, it talks about pretty much what I just talked about, but just my version was a little bit more extended. Now, not all character boards are unlocked immediately. 23 characters on May 27th, more added over time. And on the bottom side, the important notice, at the end of each path is a treasure node containing a character line. Voice lines usable in co-op. However, their implementation has been delayed until a later update. We don't know when. They did not say when. It's probably because of the current pandemic going on. It's delaying a lot of things, especially on the JP side of the game. So I'm not surprised that something did get delayed. which is okay. It's fine. We're gonna get them eventually. We're getting voice lines. I mean, they're still gonna be in JP is my guess, which is completely fine. I don't want to hear dubbed voice lines in here. I don't mind the JP lines at all. So let me know what you guys actually think about that down below in the comments. Second slide, raid event Sanctuary Keeper, May 28th UTC time. Cypher, no swiping, and Lena get their reworks. Cypher becomes Beyblade. Lena gets rework. Lena gets a costume. 8 gets a costume. I'm sorry. Ace gets his costume returning. We've had both of these costumes before, so if you missed them from before, now's a good time to get it. If you are a newer player to the game, this isn't a bad banner. It's a good banner. Ranged, Cypher ranged debuffer. With his EX ability, he can prevent an enemy from stealing Brave. I believe it was for 1 turn. Don't quote me on that. So that's actually pretty damn good. Cypher's a good unit to pick up. Lena, she's a support character. Buffs, and Brave down, and Brave to the party. Healing. Brave, she's a Brave battery. So you cannot have enough support units in this game. Alright guys, so it's not a bad banner. A lot of these banners going forward, they're going to be good, guys. They're going to be really good. Alright, so the next slide on June 1st, UTC time to July 1st. Now, we currently have this. It is that spring Cactuar event that we have. You defeat the Cactuar, you get these daily tokens for Ray. And you can exchange them for certain items in the daily token shop. Now, going forward though, on the JP side of the game, this is permanent. So it looks like they're starting to implement this now permanently. We will see what happens next month. I'm guessing they're just going to continue it because on JP for sure, from my memory, from my knowledge, if I'm wrong, let me know. I believe this started during the Eldian Burst is when this became permanent, and EX tokens got added to this shop. Now, in order to gather 10 EX tokens, it legit took at least like 2 months, give or take, to collect enough daily tokens to exchange for EX tokens. But over the course of time, it is a free EX weapon. So just something to do daily when you log in, do your logins, right? Do this. Awesome. Next slide. Prompto Lost Chapter in Arciala event. Prompto is going to be coming back on his Lost Chapter June 1st, UTC time. He will be getting his costume. It is returning, I believe. Now, Prompto, Freya, Prish, they will be getting reworks. Now, Prompto, his EX weapon, we've had it before. EX realizable with Freya. Freya is on his banner. Freya is getting an EX weapon. She did not have an EX weapon before. She will be getting it now. And the main gimmick of her EX weapon is she has as we're calling, a last stand buff to the party where they can survive a lethal hit. So kind of like, for example, like Y'shtola, when her HP is above 50%, she takes a lethal hit, she can survive it. Same thing to the party. You don't need HP damage reduction. If your party is healthy and you give them that buff, they can survive a lot of hits. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And she can heal them back up, which is pretty nice. Arciala, June 5th, UTC time. Sword Maiden. She's a good character, guys. She's a good character. Yes. Do it up. Do it up. So Arciala, she is another type of support character. She has, if I remember correctly, and I will cover a video in my Are They Worth It series. She has buff removal, which will be very handy for the next Dimensions End, or Dimensions End 12. I'm sorry, Dimensions End 11 at the time of making this video is not out yet. So she would be handy for DE 12. She has HP Silence, so kind of like Kefka, HP Silence for 2 turns, which is pretty nice. And she has Healing. She's a good unit to pick up, guys. Now, the only thing, though, is if you don't like Ignis's cooking, you're not going to like her animations. They're long. She does like a roundhouse kick. She dances with all her moves. Roundhouse kick, she like extends her arms. She throws out like a magic ball or something. Another one, like her HP attack plus. She has a really good HP attack plus, an upgraded HP attack. She hits a lot, and she does another like flying kick. It's interesting. It's cool. So if you don't like the long animations, you might not like her just because of that, but don't let that get in the way because of that. She's a good unit, guys. Now, on her banner, Prish is going to be on there. Prish is getting rework. I don't recall at the very moment what Prish got. I believe she did get... She was able to imperil her own elements, which is nice because she does have elements attached to her kit. And that just lets her dish out that much more damage. Now, the main prize for this one is going to be Arciala. I like Prish. I've always liked Prish since the 35 CP era, so I don't know if I will or not, just because these next 2 months are going to be... Our ingots are going to be gone, guys. Alright, so next slide. So, Mission Dungeon, June 10th UTC time to June 24th. Ancient Relic of Prosperity. Challenging solo quests with character type restrictions. I use Galuf for these over on JP. Oh, Galuf made these a breeze. I'm sorry. So, Cyan. Cyan is getting a rework. Mustache. I was telling people in my chat that you could probably skip on Cyan. And they were like, what? No. But Cyan, if you go for Cyan, he's fine. Ignores defense, removes buffs. He's a good unit. You want Fujin. She's the main prize of said banner. Wind Imperiler, Wind Enhancer. And Paladin Cecil is going to be getting a costume. Sure. I believe this is the first time we're seeing it. My memory isn't that great when it comes to Paladin Cecil's costume. I don't think we've had it before. We did not get it before. We got Bane's when Paladin Cecil got his EX+. So this will be the first time we're seeing Paladin Cecil's costume. Glacy was very excited to see this one. So very, very nice. So next slide. So Dimensions and Entropy Tier 12. Themes. Tough against melee range attacks. They resist melee and range. Powerful and frame buffs. You want a buff remover, right? Cyan, no, but he's melee, so you might want to enhance him though, so you can do it just a little bit. So he's able to hit damage and not be resisted, so to say. And Arciala will come in handy for here also. Regularly unleashes high HP damage. Be careful with that. Magic attacks, brave reduction, buff removal, and heals. And we will be getting a Mithril plate with this. So let me go ahead and actually show you. Just the stage, the bosses. So if you want to skip ahead, just probably like a minute, give or take. Now let me show you Dimensions End 11 first, since we don't have it just yet. So by the time I post this, like it won't be live yet. So I guess to help you guys plan out, this is it. Magic Resist. This is the team composition I use for DE 11. We got these cockroaches looking thingies. We have this thing, some seraph thing. I'm not sure. The floating skeletons, and we got Atlas. So good luck, have fun. Magic Resist. Aerith does do magic damage, so if you do decide to bring Aerith on here, just keep in mind she won't be able to brave shave for shit. She won't be able to do it, so she is just there for the buffs and the healing and the brave battery. Okay, keep that in mind. Unless you enhance her. Now DE 12. I did not like this one. Man, I did not like this one. This one was brutal. So you face these two on the first wave. The Vayne Horsey boss and the Agrius Counselor dude thingy floaty guy boss. And then there's two of these on the last wave. Now, they do resist melee and ranged. There we go. Weak to water. No weaknesses to any elements. And then we got these spiky behemoth dude things. They have no elemental weaknesses, no elemental resistances. They do resist melee and ranged also. So magic. This is the team composition I use. Alpha No, Arciala, and Edge. How did I make Edge work? Very interesting. But, oh, magic. That's right. I forget that Edge is magic. I get confused because they look like a melee type character, but they do a different elemental type. Like Beatrix for the longest time. I don't know why I thought she did melee. Like this was last year when she first debuted. I'm like, wait, she does magic. So Edge does magic. So I used them here. It came in very handy. Arciala did really good here. I believe this one you can solo with Kefka once he gets his EX Plus with Cloud of Darkness the following month or end of June. Let me know down below in the comments, but I thought he can solo this one. I know he can solo DE2. Again, Kefka once he gets his EX Plus. I know Cloud of Darkness can solo a few also. So if you want to wait until then, that's fine also. Oh, let's go back to the slides. And on the very last slide, we have Alpha Nose, Lost Chapter. He's a good character. Longevity. Oh my gosh, this guy has longevity. So long story short, EX Plus, Carbuncle Obsidian. Comes out, so his little Carbuncle white. He's black now. Obsidian. Every time he uses his upgraded HP attack when he has Obsidian Carbuncle Obsidian, he can then get a free ability use on the following turn. So you alternate between upgraded HP attack to free ability, and oh man, he has a lot of longevity. He does some decent damage with his EX weapon, his EX ability. It does some good damage. Healer, party buffs. So if you're not interested in Lena, if you're not interested in Arciala, although I would still prioritize Arciala over Alpha No. Alpha No is a good option. Now on Alpha No's, Ida is on his banner. She does poison, she does more damage, but she is attached to poison. She does more damage when an enemy is poisoned. So keep that in mind when there's enemies that are resistant to poison or resistant to debuff. Just keep that in mind. She is a good unit. DPS, that's what she does. She hits harder. That's fine. Now on June 18th to July 12th, if you guys saw my EX weapons, recommended weapons to pick between the next few months, this is Keese. That guy smelling his armpit right there with the knives, that is Keese. Pity. I'm telling you guys right now, if you are newer to the game, try to get his EX weapon. He is going to be very useful for a long time. Even right now on JP, there's a new mode called Boss Rush that just came out. You take different team compositions onto a stage. Bosses are beefier. After a certain amount of time, you have to switch out that team composition with another one. Keese was used. He's still being used on JP just to show you this guy's longevity, so to say. Okay, so and with his banner, we have Zidane. Zidane does get a second rework. Unfortunately, he gets really overshadowed by Keese because Keese is just like stupid busted upon release. Like, he's busted, guys. Keese is busted. So don't let that stop you from getting Zidane. Zidane's EX weapon, I believe, is also part of the EX token shop. So if you want to get Zidane there, I would say stop and go for Keese, because I can't tell you how broken this guy is. But Zidane, he's still good. I did max him out. I didn't get Keese on the JP side of the game because we don't have foresight. I had Zidane. I maxed out Zidane. Zidane's not bad. He's pretty good. He does his own damage, but again, he just unfortunately gets outshadowed by Keese, who just does so much more party-wide because of the chases that he does. All right, friends. So I will cover these characters in a more little bit more in-depth video in my Are They Worth It series videos. So right before they come out, I will come out with said video. So keep an eye out for those. But for this entire month, if you had to pity on a banner, this one right here, in my opinion, I have Zidane. There's really good chance I'm going to go for Keese. He is worth it. He is worth the gems. He is worth the pity, guys. I'm telling you guys right now, like, throw something. Even if you hate Crystal Chronicles, rethink life and pull for him. Like, you won't regret it. Now, unless an enemy is resistant to ranged, freaking enhance this guy and then imperil. He's gonna be really good, guys. So, but if you're really not interested in him, and if you want another recommendation, my second recommendation, I mean, besides from like Cypher, Lena, they're all good, guys. So my second recommendation would be to pick up a support, and in that case, Arciala. She's a very good character, in my opinion, as a second pity-worthy unit for the month of June. All right, friends. Now, they did not cover the end of... Oh, wait, they did. No, all the way until July. So Cloud of Darkness won't be until July. It seems like from this time, not unless they squeeze her in somehow during the next Square Enix stream. Like, maybe in between. It's actually... Never mind. It's actually possible, like, right after June. So it's possible we can see Cloud of Darkness at the end of June. So keep that in mind, friend. She's... I guess I'll throw that in here now. She's also a good unit. She's a good unit. Kefka's on there. I would say wait for Kefka's LD and Burst. But Cloud of Darkness is good in her own right. It's a good magic banner because both of those units, Cloud of Darkness and Kefka, are magic. Kefka's a debuffer. Cloud of Darkness, damage delayer. That's it in a nutshell, pretty much. So I will cover that more during the next community stream and in my videos. And that is it, guys. That is it for this video. This is my second time going through this. Unfortunately, again, my internet went off during the end of the. Luckily, we were able to watch the community live stream. But me personally, I am going to be going for Keys. I want to go for Keys. I did not get him on the JP side of the game. I did miss out on. I went for Zidane instead. This time around, I want to go for Keys. 3 out of 3 Keys. I want to max him out as much as I can, and I'm going to be enjoying using him for all the time to come. Arciala, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure on Arciala. I do want her. I might throw tickets at her because Freya. Oh my gosh, there's so many good banners, guys. And oh my, Alpha No too. I want Alpha No. Gosh damn it, I don't have enough ingots, guys. So I want Keys. I want Arciala. So Keys is a must for me. Number 1 pick is going to be Keys for me personally. Runner up is either going to be Alpha No or Arciala. So me personally, that's going to be the units that I may chase. Keys for sure. Alpha No and Arciala maybe. All right, friends. So that is it for the video, friends. Thank you guys for joining me during the community live stream recap for the May community live stream for the upcoming events for the end of May and early to almost end of June. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments what you guys are going to be doing for this upcoming month. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the enhancement boards? What do you guys think about all that wonderful stuff? All right, guys. So again, down below in the comments, your plans. And until next time, friends, good luck and have a good one.